You ready for me to go live, or you did already?
It did already. Okay, so we'd like to welcome you to Fabric Chicks Live on Monday, June 3rd. If you guys have any questions or anything, just pop those into the comments so we have something to talk about today. Hey, Carolyn and Sue and Sharon and Brenda and Jody. Happy Monday, I guess. I guess that's what they call this. Hi, Jenny and Sandy. Sandy, it's good to see you. Sandy, I was trying to get orders out the other day and I found a bag of auction stuff that had your name on it. So I'm going to pop that in the mail to you. I don't know why. It was so big, I probably set it aside till I could find a box the right size, and then I forgot about it. Hey, Stephanie, how are you? It does seem like forever. Hi, Christy and Ann, welcome. Okay, if any of you guys know how to fix this problem, so our credit card machine, like literally just shut down. So I had to call the website people, and the website people had to like take control of my computer. And then they said, oh, it's your antivirus program. And so he like clicked. And now all I get is like this pop-up right here saying your computer's infected. You need to remove the virus now, blah, blah, blah. But like literally, like that's an infection. That's my virus right there. But I think that is my firewall, but I don't even know at this point. It's all a hot mess. But I can't see my screen to read all your comments because that keeps popping up. Anyways, hey Joanne, it's good to see you. I'm like it literally has taken over my computer. It's like on top of my comments. I can't like get rid of it to see. I can't get rid of it to see your guys' comments. Okay, let's see. And trust me, I've been trying to for a long time. What are you sending? I'm sending nothing. What do you mean? Anita, what do you send? I'm sending nothing. Okay, I can't read your comment. Hang on a second. I'm going to put on my phone because I can't. It's been one of those days. Like I should have just called in sick. So I went to the bookkeeper this morning because I couldn't download my bank accounts into QuickBooks because the bank has a new website. And so now you have to upgrade your whole system. So I had to call the bank so the bank could walk me through it, except for nobody at the bank knew how to do it. And then California taxes, which I haven't done business in California for a year and a half. But apparently they think you should pay for the privilege of not doing business in California. So I was on the phone with California for like 20 minutes, like on hold for 20 minutes. And then they said, sorry, all of our operators are busy. Call back at a later time. So basically that has been my day. No matter how much you try to get ahead of things, it doesn't work. Hang on, I'm trying to get you on my phone because I can't see any comments at all. So hang on a second. I mean, Roger could read them to me, but apparently he doesn't want to. He wants to just watch me suffer here. I'm about to have a nervous breakdown, but Roger's just on the other side of the camera, just having a good time there.
Well, okay, fine. Susan DeHunt, technology. Jody Hanson says, thanks for sending my cell fabric so quick. It is perfect for my backing.
You got it already? It literally went like yesterday, I think. Okay, I'm trying to find.
Joanne Gabarini shared.
Good. Roger, or Victor keeps track of that. So I think all the sharers from like last week and the week before might be in the magic box. Okay, hang on a second because it's not letting me get the comments here on my phone either. Hang on. One day, I just wish you guys each could do this on this side of the camera and know what it's like.
Christy Lee says California tax board sucks.
For sure. I haven't even done business there for a year and a half, but they're saying I owe $800 plus penalties and fines for not paying the $800 for the year I did not do business there.
And Fran says that she says hello and hope to see you this week.
I hope so. I think you have a bag and a basket. Okay. Hang on a second. Okay, I think that should give me the comments because literally my computer has that weird thing on it. Cindy Gygax, you should have gotten the link for today, and you should have gotten the pattern. So everybody who's in the Scrappiest Squirrels with Victor, this is so insane. I can't see what I'm doing. If you're in the class with Victor, Scrappiest Squirrels, tonight he sent you a couple of butterfly patterns. I think an applique one and then one using the cathedral window technique that we did with the dragonfly last week. So Cindy, go and check and make sure that you have 2 emails from me. I just literally sent them out. Mary Beatty, you should have gotten those emails too. So Christy, I got so pissed off, irritated with this pop-up that keeps coming up that I went and tried to uninstall the program off of my computer completely. And it gives me this option that if I want to uninstall it, I have to allow it to have control over my computer, which seems really weird, and I don't feel comfortable with that. So that's, I think, why it didn't get uninstalled. Sandy says, no, thank you. Hard enough on this side. I know. Okay. So if you put comments in earlier, I can't see them because my phone is only giving me the comments from right now. So if you want me to address it, let me know.
Stephanie Inyoe, she says you need a glass of wine right now.
I need more than a glass of wine, like maybe mushrooms or some, I don't even know what, but anything at this point, like something very, very strong. It's been one of those days. And it's Gracie's birthday today, so we have to go to dinner. Okay, let's see.
Tina Benedicto says he's giggling. Is she talking about me?
Yeah, Tina, he is. He's behind there just laughing at me, just struggling on this side. Okay. I'm going to pull myself together, girls. Just give me a minute. Lynn Waddell, we call her Lynnie because we have several Lynns. But so Lynn called earlier because, show them the traffic out front. So girls, if you're coming, usually the traffic in the middle of the day is not quite as bad, but they're doing road construction. So Lenny doesn't want to drive her car in this mess. So she's having her husband drop off a check tomorrow. And so, so she said, you know what? If you do the live, just tell them jokes or something. Just do something easy. But I can't do that. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Carolyn got the link and Sandy got the link for tonight's class. I know, Anita. That's what I think. It could be a worm. I don't know. It's so weird. Oh, Susan says her printer is possessed. So Gracie turns 19 today. So our little baby turns 19 today. She's still, I used to say when she was like 12 that she was like 12 going on like 30 because she was so mature, and like every day before school I had to tell her to go upstairs and put more clothes on. But now she's 19 and she's still like 19 going on like 12. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Kids are crazy. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Susan. I'll tell Gracie you said that. So I just want to make sure that you guys know that Victor is teaching this folded star class on June 18th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. and then also on June 26th or June 22nd from 10 to 2. So you can do the table topper. It's kind of like a candle mat or like for a side table. You can do this one, or you can do the square pot holder or the circle pot holder. So the class is S05 for $45. So you can just type in S05 and then I'll enroll you in the class. You will need the pattern. So you can choose whether you want the folded star round, which is S1061 for $12, or 1041 for $12 is the square. So this comes with the pattern plus one template for you to line up all of your folded, oh gosh, what do you call them? Prairie points. And then if you want to do multiples, because I know some of you, once you do one like Phyllis, once she does one, she does a bazillion. S1051 is $6.50, and that's going to give you a 3-pack, and that will work for the circle or the square. And then if you want to do the table topper is S1081 for $16. Look, we're really being frugal here. We're using the same little tags that we did up at the retreat. So S1081 for $16 gets you the pattern for the centerpiece plus the one of the interfacings. And then if you want to make more of the point of view table toppers, the refill pack is 3 of the interfacings for $24. S1071. And so that is one class that's coming up. If you've been thinking about doing Monday nights with us, we've been nicknamed the scrappiest squirrels because we're trying to use up scraps, do quick projects so that we always learn a new technique every Monday. And then, but use your scraps so that at the end of whenever, because Zoom has programmed our Monday nights till like 2028. So you could just keep making a billion blocks for the next 3 years, or you can do as many as you want, put them into odd and end projects, turn them into pot holders, or turn them into pillows. You saw on Fabric Chick Stitch Along, which is a free group for anybody who wants to join it. You can turn them into little wall hangings like Anne and Carolyn did last week of their dragonflies. So if you're going to do the pot holder or the centerpiece, you're going to need a glue stick of some sort. So if you need glue sticks, we've got Roxanne's glue stick S1011 for $8. And then you have the one that I call the mascara or lip gloss. It's S1031 for $5.99. And then I'm just going to show you real quick because Anne wanted to know. I can't. Okay, let me see. Carolyn says her oldest granddaughter is going to be 20. I know, some pressure with the comments there, Jody. It's true. Okay. And I think I already put you in the class, but I'll double check. Do I still have any toweling? Yes. Christy, we have a lot of toweling. I can put it on Wednesday's sale. The adhesives are the glue, the little dib dab, they call it, with a soft brush. S1031 for $5.99. And then we have the glue stick S1011. And then we also have a 505 glue stick, which is a little bit less expensive, like I think around $6 if you want the 505 glue stick. So today's demo, real quick, because it's been one of those days, I got a text from Ann Lindemeyer asking how she should go about this block. So a little while ago, we had this pattern, and I don't have a photo for it yet because I haven't done the quilt, but I found some artwork of Eleanor Peace Bailey, and so I took it to the printers and I had it blown up. So this is what we're working with, just so you can kind of get an idea if you weren't on a couple of weeks ago when we had this on the live. So these are individual blocks. It's a little bit hard to see it now that it's kind of got a crease in it. But these are all individual blocks, and then you can turn them into a quilt. You can use just one at a time and turn it into a pillow. You can put it on the back of a piece of wearable art clothing. So this one here, the fly, I started at the retreat. I literally didn't even have a chance to iron it down, and so therefore I've lost a few of my pieces. But I'm going to show you that in just a second. So these are all of the pieces. So some of them you can applique, some of them you're probably going to want to embroider, or you could color and use ink tints. There's all kinds of different techniques that you could use with this artwork to make it your own. And I'm sure I'm going to use a lot of embellishing and trims and different things. So I took, and if you want this pattern, it's S149 for $18. And if you want to get famous, well, as famous as Fabric Chicks goes, if you get this done super quick, before I get my sample done, which could be forever, because I can't really sell the pattern without a photo. So I've got to get my sample done. So if you get your sample done and want it to be included in the pattern to be mailed out as inspiration to the whole world, get busy working on it. So this is I'm going to just do real quick because some people don't know how to do applique. And there's lots of different forms of applique. So you can do, oops, I keep ripping this. You could fuse it on and then just leave it raw edge, which means you don't turn under the edge. That's what I'm going to do because I want to finish it in my lifetime. If you want to do needle turn, this quilt here is all done needle turn. So I laid my template on top of the fabric, traced out the pattern, and then I cut like 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 inch past my template, and then I took my needle and I turned it under, and you can't really see the stitches there because I kind of have a real tiny stitch. Well, I would show you a stitch if I could, but there really is. That was back in the day when I had lots and lots of time. You really cannot see my applique stitch. But trust me, it was all done by hand. And then I machine quilted on top of it. So I'm just going to do a real quick demo on how to do fusible. So here is what I did at the retreat, minus the few pieces that have fallen off. So this is all sticky backed. So you can see I'm missing my F and my L and my Y. So I've got to go try to find that fabric because I just used a scrap. So it was all together in my stuff that came home from the retreat, but somebody helped me unpack. So now it's missing, but I'll find it. We'll be able to save it. So you can see here, this is this bird. I used a little piece of upholstery fabric for his beak. So you can see this is what the upholstery fabric. Somebody put this in the giveaway box at the retreat, and I just like the texture, but I think it makes a good little beak. So if you need some of this, let me know because I definitely don't need this whole piece. And then you can see I pieced my backs. I don't really like just one piece as a backing. I like to give it some interest. So I just did some random, during one of Victor's classes, I just was randomly piecing these, sewing them in strips, cutting the strips apart. There's no pattern for the random strip pieced, but they kind of all started like this. And then I just started cutting them and sewing them back together until I got the right size. So that is the backgrounds. And then what I did, and I always have a bag of fusible. I personally prefer Steam a Seam 2 Light because it has a double-sided sticky, and because I have witnessed tragedy in classes that I've taught. We were teaching a collage class, and one of the ladies had spent 2 days. We were like at the end of the second day of a 3-day class. And so she had been building this beautiful Laura Heine seahorse, and it was almost ready to fuse, but she had used Wonder Under, and Wonder Under does not have that second temporary stick. So her cell phone rang, and she reached over her project like this to get her cell phone, and the sleeve of her jacket drug across her project, and her entire project just kind of mushed together. So for me, that was a lesson that I would rather spend a little bit more money for the double-sided temporary stick that the Steam a Seam 2 has, because you can lay it down like this. You can see this isn't falling, but I can still reposition it. So if I say I didn't like this bird where it is, I can still pull it off because I haven't ironed it yet. But it gives me that temporary hold. If you just rub it, it will be stuck on there, unlike Wonder Under. So I always have a bag of fusible scraps, and I'm going to tell you this little trick that I have, but it's going to confuse you. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through it real slow. So this is my double-sided sticky, and there's a grid on one side. One side pulls off real easy. Real easy. Okay, here I'm going to score it, and then we'll see which side comes out easy. Or maybe not. Hang on a second. Okay, so you can see how the paper here just peels off on this side. So you're supposed to trace on the grid side. Can you guys see there's a grid there? You've always been taught to trace on the grid side, but then you never know if the pattern has been reversed or if it hasn't been reversed. So usually when you get a pattern like this, in the pattern will be the pattern pieces separately, and they're supposed to be reversed so that you can trace on the grid side. The problem is that sometimes the designer forgets to reverse one of the pieces, and you have just fused your very last perfect piece and it's going the wrong way. So a little trick, this is like my blonde trick, so that I never have to worry whether the pattern is reversed or not. You just have to think about this. It's your blonde, like, cheat sheet, okay? So I want my birds to go exactly like my pattern is. I don't want this bird to be going the opposite direction. You know, you don't want one bird just like askew. So if you take your pattern and you take your fusible and you peel off the paper that comes off the easiest, which is the side that doesn't have the grid. So this side has the grid and it's sticking to my finger there, right? So I'm going to lay the grid side down right on top of my pattern because I need a new F and I need a new L. And I usually use a Sharpie that is like a pastel color, just in case I use a light fabric and I don't cut it all off. And I trace, you can see this is the sticky side up, which is exactly the wrong way you've ever been taught. And I'm going to put this over here so that I waste the least amount. And it is kind of a pain because it does stick to you, but you don't really care because you know your piece is going to go the right direction. So I trace right onto the sticky. I think I was oh, that was the one piece I had. That's okay. Well, that's good enough for that L. So I have my F, I have my L. Now I need a Y. So I'm going to just put this down here at the bottom. I'm tracing right on my sticky. And I'm just going to go a little bit bigger just in case I don't like the way it's laid out. And then I need this Y up here so that I can redo all my pieces. And I can get him in right there. So I know this is crazy, but when I cut this, I'll actually save that piece of fusible for something else because it could be a wing, it could be anything. So I trace right onto the sticky, which is what you've been told not to do. But that way you know it's going to go the exact way that you're tracing. So if you trace right on the sticky, it's going to go the exact way that you're tracing. You never have to guess whether it's been reversed or not. Then I'm going to cut them out. I'm actually not going to cut them all out because I'm going to be putting them on the same fabric. If I was putting it on two different fabrics, I would have to cut them out. But I do want to save this little piece of fusible right here for an eyeball or something small, because our supplies are not cheap, so you want to make sure that you don't waste them. I'm going to take that one little piece and I'm going to put it back on the little paper so I can put it back in my bag of scraps. So I've got these three pieces. I've got the sticky side here, and I'm going to find my fabric, which I have not been able to locate. I'm going to find my fabric, and I'm going to, if this was the fabric I was using, I would take my fusible pattern, I would lay it on the wrong side of my fabric. And I always try to put it as close to the edge as possible so I can save this and use this later, kind of my hoarding disease, so that I never waste anything, waste not, want not. And then I'm going to go iron it. I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to score it, peel off the paper, and then I'll be ready to put onto here. Okay, so is there any questions about how to do fusibles? Beth and Victor, laptop won't turn on. I can't print patterns for tonight, but still want to join. I'll keep trying. Okay, keep trying, Mary Beatty. Keep trying. 3 beak fabric. And you want some of the beak fabric? Okay. Oh, gosh. I'm going to machine applique too. So this was Anne's question. Now, if you have any questions about how to applique, just type it in. But Anne's question was how to do one of the faces. So you can we have flesh colored fabric. If you need some, let me know and I'll put it on Wednesday's sale. You're just going to treat this just like you would any other applique. You're going to use a flesh tone fabric. You can embroider the facial features, or you can use your pens and color them in. There's one other one that that is going to be a little bit tricky. This one here, Anne, I am probably going to just embroider the fairy in and maybe use like some of the organza or glittery stuff for the wings. But the body, I think, is mostly going to be embroidered. Just because it's such a fine line, you really can't applique it. So that is your little demo for applique. I'm going to come to my phone real quick, see if we got any comments. I froze. Am I unfrozen yet? So the double-sided fusible is called Steam-A-Seam 2 Light. Steam-A-Seam 2 Light. They have one that's not a light and it's thicker and it's going to gum up your needle more. They say that the light doesn't gum up your needle, but it still will gum up your needle a little bit. I just always have some essential oil, usually like lemon, but honestly, I'll use whatever essential oil I can get my hands onto. And I just rub some of the essential oil on the eye of the needle and the gummy stuff comes right off. I do have Steam-A-Seam 2 Light for sure. Sue, I try to never show you anything I don't have because, well, you know, I like to keep you guys supplied with all the things you need. Okay, I'll put Flesh Fabric on Wednesday's sale. We have it in all varieties of colors. Like sometimes I line my whole family up so we can go from light to dark. So we keep quite a bit of variety. Okay, so that is that demo. I'm excited, Ann, because I think you'll get yours finished and we can put it into the pattern. So this is the fabric that's kind of my scraps for my for that project. So if you do want the pattern is S149. You will get more than an empty bag, but not much. No, you'll get the pattern, but you won't get a color photo of it because we haven't made it. You guys are right here on the ground floor. But I will be posting pictures as I work on it, and we'll be doing some thread painting. We'll be doing some embellishing with laces, some dimensional flowers, all kinds of fun stuff. But there's some of it that you can use, like the appliques and things that you guys have been getting on the Facebook Lives. There was one, like her head would be great for the folded flowers or the folded ribbon roses, or you can just simply embroider that if you want. It's the option is really, I think everybody's is going to be so different. Okay, so we do have a little bit of a sale today. I do have a freebie winner of this panel, this fabulous duck panel. So if you have a duck hunter in your life, you might be the lucky winner. But if you don't have a duck lover in your life, don't worry, because I do have a few of them for sale. So I have, oh my gosh, a blank name. That's in the wrong bucket. I have, Ann Lindenmeyer. I don't know if Ann's into ducks, but she might know somebody who is. Ann Lindenmeyer. Remember, if you ever win something you don't want, just let me know and we'll put it back in the drawing. We don't want to clutter up your life because we know what it feels like to have be drowning in stuff. S130 is $6 for the duck panel. S130. It's no ducks. I kind of thought that, Ann. S130. Okay, I'm gonna throw you back in the drawing for something else. Jane, good to see you. Peggy Cato. Okay. Peggy Cato. I'm going to throw you back in. Jane, you should have gotten an email with 2 emails, one with the link for tonight and one with the patterns. And if you need the ducks and you want the duck fabric to go with it, S150 is $8 a yard. So that might be good for backing. If you're making a quilt, you might want a few yards for backing. S150. And if you're new to watching, you just need to contact us. You don't need to do it right now because there's literally nobody to answer the phone. But you can leave us a message and I'll give you a call back in the morning. Or you can message us with your info, whatever you want. So I just want to let you know we only have 2.5 of these left. And when I say 2.5, I don't know if somebody bought, because we originally were selling the left side and the right side of this sunflower separately. So I don't know if somebody just bought half of it, but I can only find half of that panel. I have 2 whole ones. But that's it. So I don't want to take it to Reno if 2 of you guys want to buy it. So this is what this panel looked like originally. Well, it comes in 2 pieces. So this one's sewn together. So if you're the first person who wants this, you can have the one that's already sewn together. Otherwise, you'll get the 2 panels and you have to sew it together yourself. S128 is $26. S128 is $26 for the panel. S128, and we have one that's already pieced together, and then we have one where you're going to get the 2 separate, but we only have 2 of the sunflowers left. So I always like to give you guys the first option because we leave next Tuesday at the crack of dawn, like 6 a.m. to go to the Reno show. So if I take this, I know it won't come back. And then we have the second one, and we do have an embellishing kit. If you want to make the sunflower, inside the embellishing kit, we have a lot of what we use, pretty much everything we use. How's the plastic bag just ripped? Oh, okay. All right. Peggy says she doesn't like ducks either. Okay. Okay, let's see. I know there's some of you out there that will just take anything. I have Alice Margraf. Alice, are you on? Alice, you're the winner. Let us know if you're there. Beth, were you having a class on the Lady Face Project? Suzette, what are you talking about? Oh, are you talking about this if we're doing a class on this? We're not necessarily doing a class on this, but I will be working on this during Applique Club. Applique Club is a free club. We post the link on Fabric Chicks Stitch Along Saturday morning sometime before it starts. And Applique Club, the next one will be on June 22nd, about 3-ish, because we have Victor's class till 2. So here's the embellishment kit, S129 for $35. You've got some fibers for the center. You've got some tools, some glittery stuff, some random stuff like probably a yam or something came in that. You've got some silk fibers, some burlap. You've got some green colored burlap, some stuff that like your onions probably came in. And then you've got a bunch of silk ribbon. So I only have one of those kits left. S129 is $35. S129 is $35. And yeah, Suzette, I'll be here tomorrow for sure. All day. All day. Okay, so that is the embellishing kit. We only have one of those, and I think it looks like Connie wanted it. Okay. If there's more of you that want it, I can go upstairs and put more together, but I probably won't get to it before the show because I have to finish that new sample with that iris or whatever that is that I started this weekend that I did not get very far on. I actually have all the fibers laid out. I just have to quilt it. So, I don't know. Maybe at 2 a.m. I'll work on that. What? Okay, I'm going to clear off.
129.
Yeah. I'm on there first for the kit. Okay, Susan. Okay, that's perfect, Susan. I can get you the kit, and then I can make Connie a new embellishment kit because she's coming up for our mini retreat in August. And I'm pretty sure she's not going to do it before then. Okay, did we hear from Alice? Alice. No. Okay, Alice she's going to watch later and be so sad. Okay, let's see. I have Cynthia Kearney. Oh, she's probably not watching either. She'll watch later for sure. She likes to watch much later. Cynthia Kearney, are you there? Cynthia Kearney. Okay, I'm going to do a few freebies just so we can not be waiting for one person. Hang on a second. I've got Cynthia Kearney for the duck panel. We have some ribbons. Okay, let's see. I have Joanne Garbarini. It's some cute little ribbons with like skunks and raccoons, kind of like woodland animals. I have Joanne Garbarini and oh, perfect, Connie. And then I've got some more ribbon. I've got Suzette. I know I just saw her on. Oops, that's it. Oh, that could be a pin. I've got Suzette. I've got Cynthia Munich. Suzette, I know I saw.
Suzette's there. Joanne's there.
Joanne's there. So we're waiting for Cynthia Kearney and Cynthia Munich. And then I have Cynthia Kearney, Cynthia Munich, Laura Villardo. Are you still on? Laura Villardo. How many of these did I cut? Gosh. I have Susan Adams. Oh, some names fell out. I have Susan Adams. I have Rhonda Kyler. Oh, that'll be perfect for the new grandbaby, Rhonda. I'm not sure what you'll make, but you'll do something fabulous, I'm sure. Okay, let's see. You girls are so cute. Okay, what number was the sunflower? We're going to sort this out right now, so there's no question. So nobody comes in later saying, I was the first one, because I've gotten into trouble with that. Okay, S128 on our end. My phone isn't going up that far. S128. S128. I am infected with 7 viruses. Oh gosh. On my end, I have Susan DeHaan and then I have Jody. So Susan was the first one on my end, and then Jody. So sorry, Connie. Susan, do you want the sewn up one or the one you have to sew yourself? I have, let me know, and then we'll, 128. I have Susan is one, Susan D, because we have like 18 Susans. And then I have Jody is 2. Will you be at the store tomorrow? Okay, hang on a second. 129 is the embellishment kit. Okay, hang on a second, girls. I'm going to work it out. 129 is Susan.
She said it doesn't matter. Susan DeHaan said it doesn't matter.
Okay, so which one do you want, Jody? Susan was 129. And then Connie, you're going to end up with that half a one. No, I'm going to clean up the back room. And hopefully the other half of the half I can find is there.
Jody says she wants the sewn one.
Connie. Okay. But Jody, you didn't want the embellishment one. You didn't want the embellishment kit, it looks like. Okay. Okay, don't worry, Connie Kaufman. I will find something for you to do. We'll find you something.
You see Christy Lee's comment.
No, what does it say? It's underneath the, I can see like
Says Beth, I'll text you some help for your computer. Follow the steps, and if it doesn't work, then you might have to reset your computer. But that's a huge deal, and you don't want to have to do that.
Yeah, I think it's the website people that when they had to fix the computer reader so it hooked with my website, I think they did something they shouldn't have done. Okay, hey Sue, how are you? Okay, so I do have, we're waiting for Susan Adams, Laura Villardo, Cynthia Kearney, and Cynthia Munich. Have any of those? You're getting nothing, Connie. Big fat 0. Connie, I'm gonna have to look into you, okay? Because the other 2 were first. And then Sandy wants the half a sunflower, but she was after you. So I'm going to put Sandy down as number 4. Okay, hang on a second.
Connie, she said okay.
I'll figure something out for you, Connie. Don't worry. Okay, I can't. Okay, I have. Let's see. Let's get back to business. Poor Connie. Okay, I didn't see Laura. I didn't see Susan. And I didn't see Cynthia or Cynthia. Gosh. I know, and then they get upset with me because they watch it later. Rhonda got one. They get upset with me because they watch it later and then they saw they were a winner, but they're not really a winner. Okay, I've got Connie Wiggins. Oh, I know she's not here. She had an appointment somewhere. I have Riri if she's here. I have Ann Lindenmeyer. Ann, you won the duck, but I'm going to give you the ribbon. You're such a lucky girl. You're getting some woodland ribbon, okay? Okay, who do we have?
Riri, hello.
Oh. Okay, wait. I have Riri. What did I do with your name, Riri? Okay, Riri's here. Okay, and then I have Suzette, and the mail lady didn't pick up Riri, so I can slice open your box and then put it in again. Okay, I have Suzette Suzette, you won. You guys must be sharing. Victor must see you guys sharing somewhere. Okay, I have Peggy Driscoll. I don't think I've seen her on, but Peggy Driscoll, you won the, all these weren't here. Okay, Peggy, you won the duck panel if you're here. Okay, I have this hope with the cancer sign. If you would like this, it's yours. If more than one person wants it, I'm going to just divide this piece by whoever wants it. Okay? So it says hope with the cancer sign. It's kind of a pinky purple cancer sign. So if you want that, just type in you want the hope fabric and I guess this could be look at my dyslexic brain. I'm like, why does it say ho? It says hope and ho. Right? Doesn't it? Look at that. Does it say oh hope or does it say hope ho? Ho hope ho hope? I don't know. Is that ho or oh? Nobody knows. If you want a piece of that, just type in you want it and we will divide it between whoever wants it. Do you track your packages because I have another one coming, right? Rhonda, I totally can look on our tracking device and see where yours is or if I even shipped it. But I'm just going to tell you girls. So I was out walking Gracie's dog and the mail lady came today, which she usually doesn't come on Mondays because I'm closed on Mondays. But I see her like pounding on the door. So I like rush back and she's already getting in her car. And so she hands me my letters and she's like, you've got 2 big packages, but my legs are hurting. I just can't get them out of the back of the truck. So she literally drove away with 2 of my packages that I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow for because her legs are hurting. No, she's actually the sweetest lady. And I'm just going to tell you that I think being a post officer or a postman lady is a hard job. So I told her just wait till tomorrow. I wasn't going to get to it anyway. The shadow knows. I know, Mary Beatty. Isn't that crazy? The shadow knows. Okay, so if you want the ho, ho, ho fabric, just type that in and I'll divide it between whoever wants it.
You got Sharon Weber.
Wait, here,
Jenny
Roger's
Duarte.
going to tell me. I'm going to write it down so I don't have to reread that. It's who?
Sharon Weber, Jenny Duarte, Fran Harris. Those are only 3 I see.
Okay. All right. If anybody else wants it, let me know. All right. So what else do we have time for? Well, I got some more freebies. So if you didn't get this cute little, if you didn't get any of that ribbon and you want some, it's $1 a yard. And I'm going to give you a number right now. It's super cute. You can wrap boxes with it. You could add it onto a baby quilt. It's $1 a yard. S131. S131. S131, in case you weren't a lucky winner. Oops. Look, I can't even like get the pen to go in. S131, in case you weren't a lucky winner. Okay. And remember to share with all your friends. We have a dragonfly beaded pen, like a brooch from Virginia Robertson. And it's crazy, but like back here, she says, for hard to find cloth doll supplies catalog, send them a self-addressed stamped envelope. But those were back in the days, right? Those were back in the days when you could get catalogs for doll making supplies. Okay, so the doll brooch pattern goes to Victor. Victor, we for sure want to see this made up. You can probably do a class on it, Victor. I'm sure we can get more patterns from Virginia Robertson. I've got some walnut shelves to fill your pen cushions. Brenda Yagi, are you on? We were going to do an auction, but we probably don't.
She was earlier.
Huh?
I said she was earlier.
Okay, Brenda Yagi, if you're on. Peggy Driscoll, I didn't see her. Let me see. I have Joanne Garbarini. I don't know that Joanne would want a duck panel, but maybe. She surprises me pretty frequently. Brenda Yagi says thank you. And then we have I have some Rick Rack, but it might be a little bit dusty. You might have to clean off the white. And then I have some blue Rick Rack that somebody never paid for their order. There's quite a bit of the blue Rick Rack and some white Rick Rack. We're going to do them separately, okay? So the white Rick Rack is going to Jenny Duarte. Jenny Duarte. I need that pattern if you can get more. Sandy, I'm going to write myself a note because I might have more somewhere. Dragonfly beads. Sandy K. Okay, the blue Rick Rack is going. Oh, Joanne says no ducks. I have Kathleen Rader. Oh, she might not be on. I know she's getting ready to go. Joanne says no ducks. Gosh, it's so hard. Carolyn Gavranich. I know you got to have somebody in your family who loves ducks. Kathleen Rader. Oh, Mary Beatty wants this also. Mary Beatty. Okay. So hard to keep up with you girls. I have family in Dolores, Colorado. What was the name of the creator? Virginia Robertson. Virginia Robertson, and she lives in Dolores, Colorado. Okay. Let's see. Is it time yet? Oh, here's a donut beaded bracelet by Virginia Robertson. That must have been like super popular at one point. So the beaded bracelet, it's really pretty, with gems inside of the stones inside of the beads. I've got Charity. Oh, I haven't seen Charity comment today either. She's going to be so sad when she watches this later. Okay, let's see. I can't get the comments on there. 6 minutes. Oh, 6 minutes. Okay, we can do an auction in 6 minutes. Here, let me clear this off, sort of. I mean, who doesn't want an auction, right? Okay. This I scored this weekend. So it's a big piece of upholstery fabric. It's not real heavy, but it's pretty hefty fabric. It's definitely upholstery fabric. It is a huge piece. Let's see. It's a little bit over a yard by 60 inches. So I almost kept it for myself to make a tote bag because I think it would be fabulous, or it would be a fabulous pillow. It's kind of like a velour or a velvet sort of where the red is. And then this trim was with it. So you have quite a bit of this trim. I guess I can measure it if you want me to. Just the trim alone, I'm not even sure how much that trim would go for in the real world, but you can put it on this side if you want the stitching, kind of like sashiko stitching, or you could put it on this side, which is more delicate. So that would be your preference. But it's fringed tassels, and there is 1, 2, 2 3/4-ish yards of the trim. S151, the auction is starting at $20. 151, the auction is starting at $20. S151. S151, the auction is starting. Hey, Gracie, how are you? I'm getting ready to end so we can go to dinner. S151 is starting at $20 for the beautiful, you could actually use this if you were making a jacket also. S151, the auction is starting at $20. And then, you never know what you're going to get here at Fabric Chicks. I have this. So these are brand new curtains that never got used. Bellagio linen, natural linen blend set of 2 drapery panels. So you have 2 drapery panels in here, 38 by 84. They were originally $16.99, and we have 3 sets of them. So you've got 6 panels, it looks like. I don't really know. So here is, if you need new drapes, or you could make tote bags out of these, use this as a base, and then do applique on it. You could turn this into, you could actually turn this into a jacket if you wanted, but I would collage all over it. I just haven't decided. I was going to keep it and experiment with it, but I can only keep so much. The shop, I'm like falling over stuff. So if you want the drapes, the auction is starting at, oh, Gracie, everybody's telling you happy birthday. Let's see, let's do $15. So if you want the drapes, S132 is starting at $15 for the drapes. But Mondays, usually you guys aren't too good at auctioning. Okay, 132 is for 6 panels, 3 sets of 2 for the sagey green floor to ceiling, basically 30. What did I say? This says centimeters, but I know I said it not in centimeters. Maybe on the 38 inches width by 84 inches length. So let's see. So drapes are at $15. S132 is at 15. 3 of you at $15. And then the beautiful upholstery fabric with the trim is at $20. No take. Oh, Sandy Cohen. S132 is at $20. And then S132 is at $15. 3 of you at $15. And we're going to do a bag of trims. S151 is at $20. I know. Too bad Connie Wiggins isn't on because she would be all over that red fringe. Okay. This one we're going to start at, since it's $133, we're going to start at $3. So this is a bunch of cording and trims. You got a little piece of daisy trim. You've got some, like, I don't know, 4th of July trim. You've got a bunch of purple rickrack. That's like straight out of our shop. I don't know how it ended up in here. You've got like a beaded necklace that looks like it might be broken. So basically you just have some beads in here. You have some walk like an Egyptian metallic trims. You've got a little peach ruffle. You've got some cording you can use on gift bags or pillows or whatnot. Looks like some vintage cording here. And then I don't know what's in here, but it looks like it's going to be interesting. I don't know where this even came from. So here's some green yarn and red yarn that they've kind of twisted sort of together. So you got quite a bit hunk of that. So S133 is starting at $3. It's at $8. For the trims is at $8. And 133 is at $8. 152. Stephanie, 151 or 132? Stephanie, put your bid in again because I'm not sure if you want. You kind of got both items there. You got a little bit of the numbers of both items. Okay, so we have 133 is at $8 for the trims. 151, Stephanie. 151 is the red with the trim. 151 is the upholstery fabric with the trims. 151, and then 132 is the other. So let's see. 151. So 151, the upholstery fabric with the trim is at $22. And then the 6 paneling of the linen drapes, natural linen blend, 132.
25.
Okay, 132. Okay, get your final bids in, girls, because we got to get to our class. Get your final bids in. We're going to close these up. 133 is Suzette for $8, which is a very good deal because I think our purple rickrack was probably that much. So the rest was just a free bonus. 132. Tina, 132 is at $25. 132 is at $25. 151 is at $22. Stephanie at 22. Stephanie, you got such a good deal. Stephanie, at the mini retreat, you can sell this to Connie Wiggins for double your money. 132 is at $30. The drapes are at $30. Barb, I don't know if you want to outbid her. Sandy is at $30. 132. 132 is at $30. 132 is at $30. S132 is at $30. Okay. All right, Joanne, 132 is at $30. If anybody else wants to bid on it, I'm going to give you a few seconds in case your typing is a little bit slow or your internet is a little bit slow. 132 going once, going twice for drapes. Joanne, you could totally just hang them and let your kitty cats play with it. I put like jingle bells down here and let them whack them around. 132. S132 is at $32. 132 is at $32. While you guys are bidding on that, I've got another cute little trim here, a fringe trim.
It was 504, don't you?
A fringe trim. I've got Sharon Weber. Is Sharon Weber still on? Sharon Weber. 504. 132. Okay, get your final bids in. Sandy, do you want to bid? Final bid 132. Sharon Weber, you just want some trim. Are you still here? Okay, I'm gonna go because we have to start our class. $35. Okay, quick girls, get your final bids in. I'm putting the timer on right now because Roger is giving me that look. Get your final bids in, and when it stops, that is it. 1 minute. Okay, get your final bids in. When the dinger rings, that's it. I can't see on that one. Okay, we're at 54 seconds. All right, the class is going to be a little bit late, guys.
Sandy's at 40.
Sandy's at 40. Yes, 132 is at 40. That's still a good deal, I think. I mean, I haven't bought curtains ever, so I don't really know. 132 is at 40. 132 is at 40. And you guys have 27 seconds left. 20 seconds. So while we're finishing up here, they're bidding. We want to thank you guys all for joining us and putting up with us on this crazy, chaotic day. Thank you for being so supportive. We love you guys. Joanne, it's at $40. You guys have 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Okay, what do you got there, Roger?
Sandy still at
$40. Okay. All right. We will see you guys on Wednesday. Have a great couple of days. Go get some sewing done and post it on Fabric Chick Stitch Along so we can see what you're doing. I love to see what you guys are doing. All right. We will see you Wednesday. Bye.